Hello everyone, I am Kiran Joshi. Welcome you all in class 6 Geography chapter 2 Globe, Latitudes and Longitudes. Here I am presenting the second video of the chapter. In the first video, we learnt about the important parallels of latitudes and the heat zones of the earth. Children, we learnt that parallels of latitudes help us in locating a place. But children, there may lie many places on the same latitude. So, to exactly locate a place, we need some other lines of reference too that run vertically across the surface of the earth from the North Pole to the South Pole. These lines are called lines of longitude or meridians of longitude. The distances between the longitudes are measured in degrees, minutes, and seconds. It means each degree is further divided into minutes and minutes are further divided into seconds. The symbol for a minute is an apostrophe, or you can say single apostrophe, and that for a second is a double apostrophe. 60 minutes make up a degree and 60 seconds make up a minute. So 30 minutes means half a degree and 30 seconds means half a minute. Children, these meridians or longitudes are the semicircular lines. The distance between the meridians is maximum at the equator. It is about 111 kilometers, and then the distance decreases towards the poles, as you can see in the image in front of you. And at the poles, the distance between each longitude becomes 0. It is because all the latitudes meet at the poles. Children, we have learnt that equator is the longest latitude and that then the length of each latitude decreases. It means that all the latitudes are not of equal length. But in case of longitudes, all the longitudes are of equal length. As the equator is the 0-degree latitude and it divides the earth into two equal halves, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, in the same way, a longitude called the prime meridian is the 0-degree longitude. The prime meridian passes through Greenwich in England, where the British Royal Observatory is located. The prime meridian and 180-degree meridian divide the earth into two equal halves, the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Letter E is used to mark the latitudes in the eastern hemisphere and letter W marks the longitudes in the western hemisphere. Children, there are 360 degrees of longitude. They are 179 in the eastern hemisphere, 179 longitudes in the western hemisphere, together making 358 longitudes. Then 180 degree east and west meridians are on the same line. Therefore, the 180-degree longitude is neither west nor east. In this way, it is considered as one longitude. So now the meridians are 358 plus 1, 359 meridians. And then there is prime meridian also. Thus, there are 360 degrees of meridians. Now look at the image in front of you. It is a grid formed by the crisscrossing lines of latitude and longitude. This grid is called the geographic grid or the earth grid. If we know the latitude and the longitude of a place, it can be easily located on the globe. For example, look at the image shown here. Washington DC in USA is situated at 39 degree north latitude and 77 degree west longitude. So, the point where these latitude and longitude intersect will be the location of Washington DC. One thing to be remembered is while telling or writing the geographical location of a place is to always put the north-south value first and then the east-west value. As in the case of Washington DC, you can see in the image also, it is mentioned 39 degree north It is mentioned first, and 77 degree west is mentioned later. Now let's understand the relation between longitude and time. Children, the sun is the best timekeeper. The local time of a place can be estimated or calculated by the shadow cast by the sun. The shadow of the sun is the shortest at noon and it is the longest at sunrise and sunset. It is called the local time or solar time. Now, children, due to the rotation of the earth, the sun shines over each longitude or each meridian once every day. When the meridian of Greenwich or the prime meridian has the sun directly overhead, each place along this meridian has noon or midday. Now, we know that the earth rotates from west to east. So, all the places which are to the east of Greenwich are ahead of Greenwich time, and those places which are to the west of Greenwich are behind the Greenwich time, as reflected in the image also. Now, an obvious question can be that how much ahead or how much behind a place would be from the Greenwich and how to calculate the difference in time. Let's understand it. Children, we know that the earth completes one rotation, means 360-degree longitudes on its axis in one day. One day means 24 hours. It means the earth takes 24 hours to rotate 360-degree longitudes. It means that in 1 hour it turns a distance of 15-degree longitudes. It also means that the earth takes 4 minutes to turn 1 degree longitude. Thus, when it is midday or 12 noon at Greenwich, the time at 15-degree east longitude would be 60 minutes or 1 hour ahead of Greenwich. That means if it is 12 noon at Greenwich, it will be 1 p.m. At 15-degree east longitude. On contrary, 15-degree west longitude will be 1 hour behind Greenwich time. It will be 11 a.m. And at 180-degree longitude, it will be midnight when it is 12 noon at Greenwich. Now let's understand why do we have standard time. So the first question which comes in our mind is, what is standard time? Children, standard time is the local time in a country. It is taken as the time of the central meridian of that country. Now the question is, why does a country require a standard time? See children, the local time of a place depends on the meridians that passes through that place. Thus, different places which are on different meridians or longitudes will have different local times. Now, take the example of India. India is a vast country, so it has several longitudes passing through it. And if each place in the country followed its local time, there would be a lot of confusion. It would not be possible to prepare a common railway timetable or airlines timetable for the country if each place were to follow a different local time. For example, in India, Dwarka in Gujarat is approximately on 77-degree east longitude. You can locate this in the map in front of you. And Dibrugarh in Assam is approximately on 95-degree east longitude. Thus, there will be a difference of almost 1 hour 45 minutes in the local times of these places. Therefore, to avoid confusion, it is necessary to follow a standard time, which is usually taken as the time of central meridian of the country. In our country, 82-degree 30 minutes east is taken as the standard time for the entire country. It is called the Indian Standard Time. With the help of the standard time of a country, it can be calculated how far it is. Far means ahead or behind. So how far it is the Greenwich Mean Time. Greenwich Mean Time, in short we call it GMT. You may have the question, what is GMT or Greenwich Mean Time? So children, it is the local time at Greenwich and it is used to calculate time globally. Because our country India is to the east of Greenwich at 82 degree 30 minutes east, it is 5 hours 30 minutes ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. And because Greenwich passes through London, therefore when it is 12 noon in London, it is 5:30 p.m. in India. Now look at the map in front of you. You will see various vertical colored stripes. These stripes show that the whole earth has been divided into 24 time zones. Each zone is of 1 hour that covers 15 degree of longitude. You will also notice that the time zones east of Greenwich are indicated with a plus sign, which is the indication of being ahead of Greenwich time. +1 means the time zone is 1 hour ahead of Greenwich time, and the time zones to the west of Greenwich are indicated with minus sign. This indicates that the time zone is behind Greenwich time. For example, -3 time zone will be 3 hours behind Greenwich time. There are some countries that have vast longitudinal extent and therefore they have more than one standard time. For example, Russia has 11 standard times, or you can say 11 time zones. USA has 7 time zones. Canada has 6 time zones. That's all for the chapter. Now there are some questions for you to check your learning. So the first question is, how does the grid of latitudes and longitudes help in locating a point? Second question, which place is used as a standard for time all over the world? Third question, if a country lies in the time zone of +10 and the time in Greenwich is 1 p.m., tell the time in that country. Fourth question, why is a standard meridian important for a country? If you liked the video and found it useful, please like and subscribe to the channel. Do write your comments in the comment section below. Thank you.